Welcome to Ask Fear and Greed, where we take your questions and do our best to answer them. I'm Michael Thompson, and good afternoon, Sean Aylmer.
Good afternoon, Michael.
You sound very excited today, Sean.
I am very excited. I love this topic.
It's because we've got a great question coming up, and it is one it's coming from James, who joins us from Melbourne, and he says, you have talked a lot on the show about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. While interesting how much more accessible these products have become, I don't think I've actually heard a clear case for why anyone would want to invest in cryptocurrency other than number go up, which is a great way to put it, James. He does make the point, though, perhaps my newborn baby brain missed it. There's a possibility, but that's what we're going to try and answer here today. Perhaps you could talk about some of these. And James adds, for example, Bitcoin, a potential alternative to grow into gold's market capitalization or to become another global reserve currency, and also the dangers of meme coins, including Dogecoin. He includes a little apology to Elon Musk there as well. And I suppose we've got a few more that we can add to that now as well, too, Sean. There's a lot in this question, so you've got to put your crypto cap on and take it away.
So I should admit up front, I'm a skeptic on cryptos. So I've decided to go to experts to help me give reasons for why you should invest in cryptos. It's important to think of there's a use case and there's an investment case, and they're very different things. The use case, undoubtedly, cryptos like Bitcoin, lower fees, faster transaction times than some banks. So if you're buying products overseas, it's just a much more efficient way to do it. The cryptocurrencies themselves operate on blockchain technology. It's fully public. It really can't be changed or manipulated or deleted. So in terms of scams, it's probably safer that way. So in terms of a use case, lower fees, faster transactions, safe technology, I suppose I'm just trying to think. Another thing, as they grow in popularity, more financial institutions, mainstream financial institution and businesses are showing interest in accepting cryptocurrencies. So that's kind of good.
I think that to me is kind of one of the big standout things as well, because I always look to people who are smarter than me for this, and you kind of see some of these big institutional investors getting on board, and I'm like, okay, all right, maybe this is something that we should be kind of looking at. And can I make the point here that this is not an investing podcast, and you definitely should seek professional advice.
And what we're talking here is use cases for it, not investment cases. Yeah. So far we've been talking about use cases. Once you get to investment cases, cryptos have no intrinsic value, unlike gold, which actually, under Basel guidelines, has some intrinsic value. Currencies, governments stand behind currencies. None of that happens with cryptocurrencies, even Bitcoin. They are highly volatile, but they've also yielded really high returns in the past, depending on when you purchased it. Now, past performance doesn't guarantee future results or anything like that, but there have been some cryptocurrencies where they're, as an investment, they've gone through the roof. And they're quite easy to buy. That's the other thing nowadays. They're quite easy to buy. Meme coins, well, you alluded to the fact that there's dollar Trump and dollar Melania trading at the moment. They've only been launched in the last week since Donald Trump was inaugurated, or just before he took that job. In the terms and conditions, they actually say these are not meant for investment purposes. Now, people have bought them. Donald Trump, last time I looked, that dollar Trump was worth $8 billion. There's no intrinsic value in that whatsoever, but people just like to do it. So where there's a market, people want to buy and sell them, then you can make money, but you can lose all that money just as easily. The other thing, I suppose, is regulatory risk. So they're not regulated at the moment, which is good or bad, depending on which side you come from. And there's a chance that they will be regulated. Mind you, if they're regulated, that may actually give them some more credibility on the street. So, James, I want to give you good reasons, but I'm struggling.
Look, and even then when you just said about the dollar Trump coin and the fact that they even made it clear this is not for investment purposes, then what is it?
Why do people buy it?
What is it for? Like, what possible value does it actually have? Like, it comes back to this initial kind of question. What is the use case for
it? So you can use them to buy goods and do cross-border transfers, right? So I see that. That's good.
But no one's using dollar Trump for that. No one's using dollar Melania.
Oh, no. So this is cryptos, right? Then there's an investment case, which I don't see, but people have made money. There's a market for that. And then we're talking about meme coins, right? Now, meme coins are like pins. You know, when you go to the Sydney Olympics, I seem to remember, everyone had a pin.
Yeah.
To me, meme coin is like a pin. Really popular at the time, but people have probably got all these pins in their, drawers at home that worthless.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you know that before I went to the 2012 Olympics in London, because I was working in radio at the time, and we were broadcasting the games, and a listener of the radio station said, look, just so you know, the Olympics, when they come around, pins are like currency at these events. So here, take these with you and see what you can do with it. And sent in hundreds upon hundreds of pins from Olympics, mostly from the Sydney Olympics, but from further back as well.
Wow.
I can only imagine they would have been worth it. I had no idea what to do with these.
Yeah.
But so you walked into the Olympic venues and set up outside on desks and things that would, and people just almost had them in kind of briefcases and things like they were trying to sell you a dodgy Rolex. Like there was just like walls of these pins from Olympics from many, many years past.
Amazing.
And I'm like, it just kind of pops up. And so maybe that is the best way to kind of look at it. It's just, it's got value to some people, not to all.
And you try and take time.
And you try and take that into a convenience store and buy a loaf of bread, they're going to laugh at you.
Not much chance. Yep.
Yeah.
I agree.
Anyway,
good.
Have we answered the question?
Well, I'm a cynic, as I said at the top. And the answer to the question is go and get financial advice. We are not a podcast giving financial advice. So
I honestly thought you were about to say something else just then when you started with go and get, and then a little hint of a financial advice came out.
Michael.
Wow, that is a bit of sass there, Sean. Wasn't expecting that.
Yeah,
Anyway, look, thank you, James, for your question. I think we answered it. I'm going to say we did. And look, James included in his notes some really nice words. He thanked Fear and Greed for he's been listening for the last 5 years. Would you believe? And because he shifted into a career in finance and investments, and he's found Fear and Greed to be really useful. I sincerely hope we haven't let you down there.
So do I. Now I'm under
today's
pressure.
episode. Thank you, James, for your question, and thank you, Sean, for answering it.
Thanks, James. Thanks, Michael.
If you have your own question that you would like to put to us, you can send it on through the website, fearandgreed.com.au, as James did, or you can head along to any of the social media platforms, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, send it on through there, and we'll pop it on the list and get to it as soon as possible. I'm Michael Thompson, and this is Ask Fear and Greed.